We will call our Scott County Fiscal Court regular business meeting to order, and it is the 25th of September, and this is our regular Thursday night meeting, and we will ask you to join us in the pledge, and then we'll move forward. Let us pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Hamilton, will you call the roll?
Mr. Hostetler? Mr. Jones?
Here.
Mr. Wallace?
Here.
Mr. Corman?
Present.
Mr. Ellison? Mr. Pratt?
Here.
Mr. Livingston? Mr. Culbertson?
Here.
Judge Covington?
Present. Let the record reflect that we do have a quorum to conduct business. So with that said, we will move forward. And the minutes from the meeting on 9/12 and then the special called meeting on 9/22 have been presented. Are there any questions or comments related to those minutes? Motion from Ryan Pratt, second from Kelly Corman. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Transfers as presented. Questions or comments?
Motion for approval.
Motion.
Second.
Second. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And then our bills and hand checks as presented. Questions or comments? Motion for Mr. Pratt.
Second.
Second for Mr. Jones. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. That leads us to our proclamation for Manufacturing Month. And I'll read this one, and then you can read the next one there, Mr. Culbertson. So, first and foremost, before we get into this, and Jack's going to be mad at me, but that's okay. Jack can be mad. Jack recently made an announcement that, for I don't know, 30 plus years, or heading to 40 years.
40 years within this industrial development and carbon change.
But Jack has worn two hats in our community and been director of our chamber and director of economic development. And our community has been the better for it. I will say that, and we'll do more celebrating at a different time. But Jack is stepping away from his role as director of chamber and is going to focus solely on economic development and wear that hat and wear it very well. So we're grateful that your leadership that you've provided, but very grateful that you're going to continue to work in the role that you're going to. So I wanted to mention that, and I'm going to give Jack a hand. Let the record reflect as well that David Livingston is now attending virtually.
Coming in from San
Francisco. He's floating above the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, well, so this month, every year October is the manufacturing month, and I've shared it is so important, the role of manufacturing in our community. We're blessed. Approximately 17,000 jobs are related to manufacturing. And I've shared with you all, there's approximately 17,000 people that come into Scott County on a daily basis to work in our community in whatever role that might be. And then about 9,500 people live and work here, and then approximately, it's really odd that approximately 17,000 also go out of our community to work in other communities. But the manufacturing that we have provides so many opportunities in our community, and we are truly blessed by it. And Jack's work on recruitment and retention, the retention piece is even is the piece that people tend to leave out. But Jack is always focused on that, and I think this is public that that we've had a recent announcement where we're losing some jobs, and Jack will be working to help those individuals, and also we'll have trying to get some help from the ad and different agencies as well to try to help those individuals. So that'll be an ongoing effort, but what I'm trying to stress is the recruitment and the retention piece of it. So, Jack, would you like to share any information, and then we'll read this proclamation?
I'll go a little bit deeper into that, and don't take 4 or 5 minutes, to less than that. The Lick and Platt deal is extremely important. They've been here forever. We did a consolidation at one point in time with a facility in Clark County and Paris, and the Delaplane issue also. So they actually grew and grew. But the Warren, it's called a Warren. The Warren report has now been issued, indicating that they're going to be closing. The part at Georgetown Industrial Park will be closing. They'll maintain a small presence out at Delaplane. So it's extremely important. The numbers have gone anywhere from 120 to 150, but we are working with their HR people as well as their general manager on how to help them move to the next level. We do have a workforce issue, as always, in our community, so we think that a lot of those people will be able to find positions here. It's very interesting, and this is not meant to be a positive over a negative, but did receive an RFI from the Economic Development Cabinet for a large client, was looking for 150,000 square feet. They wanted a greenfield site. We don't have a greenfield site that meets their criteria. However, they said they might be able to look at a building. So I went ahead and, in fact, sent that building, Lick & Platt building, over to the cabinet, talked to Mr. Jones again, and talked with an agent today from Atlanta who's going to list that property, hopefully with them. So we're going to help them sell it, and in fact, we may be able to find somebody to fill that place. The judge is 100% correct. The retention is what the name of the game is. It's all about that. I use a quick example. International Crankshaft, which is also at Georgetown Industrial Park, 4 expansions. So that's what you want. And then if I may, I'll let you read that, and there's a couple of comments I'd like to make after that's over with. So.
And I've said this many times, county government exists to provide our community services. And the funding for those services is so dependent upon the OLT and net profits, but more so on OLT. So having opportunities here is so important. So whereas manufacturing is a dynamic and robust industry crucial to the health and strength of Georgetown, Scott County, Kentucky's diverse economy, and whereas manufacturing-related workers generated over $2.2 billion in gross wages from Georgetown, Scott County jobs in 2024, the largest total payroll among private sector industries, and whereas Georgetown, Scott County manufacturing and related employees account for over 55% of all employment in Scott County, and whereas manufacturers in Georgetown, Scott County pay an average weekly wage of $1,723, and whereas Georgetown and Scott County manufacturing sector continues to diversify and expand, which significantly contributes to the broadening of the economy and offering of unlimited potential for growth. And whereas Georgetown and Scott County's high standard of living and economic vitality is due to the strong manufacturing foundation, now therefore let it be known that we, Bernie Jenkins, Mayor of the City of Georgetown, and Joe Pat Covington, Scott County Judge Executive, do hereby recognize October as 2025 as Georgetown Scott County Manufacturing Month, dated this 22nd day of September 2025.
Let me just quickly go through those 3 stats you have on your in front of you, billboards. So we're going to do billboards as we did the last 2 years. So this is the 3rd year we're doing Manufacturing Month. These will be at Cherry Blossom right there by Dairy Queen. We'll have some of their digital, so we'll have some northbound, and then we'll flip that over to the southbound, so everybody can be able to see that. So that's a strong investment. But the numbers that the judge just mentioned, $2.2 billion of wages for manufacture last year. That's up from $1.9 billion. So we're still growing. The wages, the average weekly wages, were up on that also likewise over last year. That does equal out to about $85,500. The key number, though, for that you don't have, and most people, well, that I do, that's about $45 an hour for wages. My statistics for everything, and let me go back to the 55%. That's down a little bit. If you ever want to have a conversation of why it's down, I'd be more than happy to do that. It was at 57, but now it's down to 55. I was telling Dr. Wallace or somebody, I was out at Steel Blue today, out at a Dell plant at Triport Industrial Park. There was a location that we were able to come to Frankfurt over here. We started at 40. They're already up to 80 jobs. So again, that retention. So the 55% is that number that creates the foundation by which we're doing. So then I also wanted to mention this quickly. We're also going to take the full month of October and do industry visits. We actually have 330 students. They're not just from the high schools, the two high schools, middle schools, JAG students, Phoenix High School, and some GMS students who are getting even further down the pipeline in order to expose them. So we'll be doing some of the other local manufacturers in the afternoons, and every day for 13 days we start off at Toyota. Everybody gets a Toyota tour, then they have lunch at Toyota, and then we go back to the other manufacturers. So that really, in our eyes, it opens their eyes likewise to kind of what it's like out there. It's not deep, darts, and dangerous and all that kind of good stuff. But we really appreciate, I personally really appreciate not just comments, Judge, but your support for what you do for me. It's just, it's been a great 40 years, and I think if I got 2 more, I think I'll be good with that too. So anyway, I can answer any questions.
Questions? Jack, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Much appreciated. Be safe.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you all.
So that said, thanks, Jack, and we'll move forward with proclamation related to a very big celebration of a retirement. So, Cam, would you have that?
I do. Proclamation, Scott County, Kentucky, honoring Jennifer Wright for a dedicated career of service to Georgetown Scott County Emergency Medical Services, or GSC EMS. Whereas Ms. Wright is retiring on September 30th, 2025, after a dedicated career with GSC EMS, during which she faithfully served the citizens of Scott County with exemplary commitment and compassion. And whereas Ms. Wright began her service with GSC EMS on November 1st, 2016, and during her career with GSC EMS, she served as a paramedic, was promoted to captain on December 12th, 2017, and then to battalion chief on October 19th, 2019. And whereas Ms. Wright has also served several other central Kentucky counties, including Madison, Jessamine, and Bourbon. And whereas Ms. Wright is respected among her colleagues as a coach, counselor, sympathetic ear, disciplinarian, and outstanding patient advocate. And whereas Ms. Wright has received numerous awards during her career at GSC EMS, including the 2023 Medal of Valor, awarded to an individual who performs an act of heroism under hazardous conditions, confronting extreme risk of personal injury. The 2023 Employee Choice Award, awarded by her peers for outstanding advocacy for patients, coworkers, and the EMS profession. The 2022 Officer of the Year, awarded for exemplary leadership skills and contributing considerable time and effort to increase the operational efficiency of GSC EMS. And Phoenix Awards, awarded for successfully resuscitating a patient in cardiac arrest, after which the patient is subsequently discharged from the hospital with no neurological deficits. Ms. Wright received this distinguished award 10 times during her career. Now, therefore, let it be known that the Scott County Fiscal Court and Judge Executive Joe Pat Covington hereby honor and praise Jennifer Wright for her long career of distinguished and dedicated service to Georgetown Scott County Emergency Medical Services, dated this 25th day of September 2025.
I think it deserves it. You don't get off that easy. Will you step forward and we're going to take a picture? But
Now that my face is all messed
you know,
up.
you have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you've done it, and you've treated people with respect, and you've excelled in so many areas. And on behalf of the fiscal court, we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and you know, just reading and listening to that whole list, that lives that you have impacted and the ripple. Wow. So thank you so much. And let's all step in here. Oh, Natalie, Uriah's got to get in too.
Got to do a .5 for this. Thank you.
And wish you nothing but the best, and really,
Thank you
just
so
so
much.
thankful.
Natalie,
you come there on this end. Balance. Do we have part more thing?
Will you go over there too? And then you also go-
Yes, do that.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it.
Meet me and let us know.
All right. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much.
Chris, will you all be doing a post that we can share?
Absolutely.
What? Oh, okay.
Oh, we got to tell people about you.
Buddy.
Filter me and make me look good, okay?
And we put hair on me too.
Okay, work.
This next number 9, item number 9, EMS grant application, and this is just a retroactive approving ratification of EMS applying for funds from the CAECO safety grant. Would you like to share anything else
Sure.
additional?
We discussed this a few meetings ago about the Samsara dash cams, and so that's what we applied for the grant to use that money towards. It's an 80-20 grant, but that would cover the costs of outfitting all our ambulances with the dash cams.
Any questions? Would there be a motion?
So moved.
Motion second from Kelly Corman. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. And then this next one is a big celebration as well.
Absolutely, it is. And of course, because Jen has decided to retire,
Yes.
that created a vacancy, which I'm very pleased to inform you that Chief Runyon is recommending the promotion of Michaela Brandenburg to the battalion chief position. Upon approval, that promotion will be effective September 29th, which is the start of the next pay period. The new rate of pay will be $24.24 an hour. Michaela obtained her bachelor's degree in emergency medicine administration in May of 2019 from EKU. She began employment with us in July of 2019 as an EMT, and less than a year later was promoted to paramedic. Soon thereafter, she was promoted to captain in July of 2022. And also during her employment, she has provided support to the department in various voluntary roles, which I shared that list with you in the email I sent you. And I believe Chief Runyon also has some additional comments he wants to share as to why he has selected her for the position.
Thank you.
Yeah, so a little bittersweet, right? We're losing one, and we're adding another one to our leadership team. And you're lucky to find a good employee that's dependable and you can count on, but it's rare when you find employees that actually love their job, care about their coworkers, and really want to make the place better. And we've honored Jen, and now we're going to talk about Michaela a little bit. She has more than 3 years' experience as a captain, heavily involved in our training division. She is the lead instructor for our EMT class, which is what, our 5th? 8th? A little behind. She's proven to be diligent, task-oriented, and self-motivated with attention to detail. She has a plethora of EMS-related certifications, much more than is required for this position. She goes above and beyond in self-improvement. She's been working for 6 years with our agency and has not received any disciplinary action at all. So she's proven her leadership skills, and we're excited to let her further those upon your approval.
Questions, comments?
You know, it's pretty awesome that you lose one with so much into it and gain another one so quick. It's just, it's awesome to see it come through.
We're
Like,
blessed and grateful. What'd you say, JR? They're everywhere.
I'll make a motion.
Motion from Rob Jones, Second from Ryan Pratt. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. We're thankful for your service and thankful for your commitment to step into this role, and your leadership, I know we'll benefit from it. So thank you. Excited for you.
You have to give a speech.
And if you'd like to say something, you're certainly welcome, but I'm not going to put you on, I'm not going to make you.
I just appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to furthering my career here and
All
hopefully
right.
being in chief spot one time and at some point retiring from here. So,
What year did you graduate from Scott King High?
2015.
So,
You were still there.
oh, I'm well aware. Like, I didn't have hair then, I don't have hair now, but you're all making me feel old because of those babies, and I knew that when you were walking the halls, so, no, absolutely, and it's great to see homegrown talent as well, so, very good. Next is an item of EMA travel. Mike?
Good evening. Seeking approval for out-of-state travel from November 30th till December 5th. Be traveling to Grapevine, Texas for a conference. Be no cost to the county. It's 100% paid for by Kentucky Department of Public Health. They're going to fly us down there, do the conference, and then fly us back. So,
Question? Kelly Corman with a motion, second from Rob Jones. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, sir. Next, KYTC supplemental agreements. I shared this information via email, and just trying to do my due diligence, reached out to Bobby Joe Lewis, who is fantastic. We had an award letter for both the North Race Fork and the bridge at Mount Horeb. The low bid on the North Race Fork was a little bit higher than our award letter, and reached out to HMB, and from the preliminary award, when we did the grant application, they had to raise the elevation of the bridge and had to add some paving, so that added a little work. So I asked Bobby Joe if there was any way to amend the award, and unfortunately there was not, but I asked her, was there any opportunity to amend the agreement to take the excess award amount from Mount Horeb and place that $24,475 towards the award at North Race Fork, and they have graciously allowed us to do that. So would there be any questions or comments related to this, and would there be a motion to approve the supplemental agreements? Motion from David Livingston.
Second.
Second from Rob Jones.
So what's the total amount that that's going to be left that the county has to pay?
Will the $24,425, Chad, I thought I put that in that email.
It's the amount being transferred, isn't it?
The $24,425 is,
I think that's the transfer amount.
that's the transfer amount, but it'll still be around $100,000 total. It's a little bit over $100,000 that we'll have to pay out of reserve for transfer.
Okay.
That's
what
I included that in that email that I sent, but I don't have that email in front of me. I apologize.
It's okay.
Yeah.
As far as
I just was trying to,
no, you did the right thing.
any way we could.
We need to vote on the 100 or so thousand.
We don't. We approve the. We approve the bid and approve the. We've already done that.
Yeah. It's already in the budget.
Timeline? You got anything
Stacy
yet?
and I have been on the phone with. It's called Todd Johnson Contracting, and trying to get the contract from us signed, and then the letter. We have to send them, once we sign the contract, we have to send them a notice to proceed. And we've been on the phone, talked with them today, trying to get that.
I have it ready to send, just can't send it until they send the.
We're waiting on the contract. So just as soon as we've we've asked them for it for about a week now. So with that said, any other questions or comments?
We have a motion, a second.
We have a
so
motion.
We can need a vote.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. City of Georgetown at their last meeting officially put the date and time for Halloween. We need to do the same out in the county. At 6 to 8 on 10/31 Friday night. It's a no-brainer. Anyone want to make a motion to do that? Rob Jones, second with Ryan Pratt. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Did share two pieces of new business via email today. One was from Jeller Broyles, and he cannot be here with us tonight. But Jeller Broyles requests approval for out-of-state travel to Pennsylvania for staff to pick up a vehicle on Tuesday that will be used with inmate work crews. And I said, motion from David Livingston. Second from Kelly Corman. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
The one they use now will be on an upcoming agenda.
The surplus.
All right. And then Chris Runyon, and I'll call on you, Chris, to share, but is asking us to consider a letter of opposition to a certificate of need from a private firm proposing to provide ambulance services within Scott County. This same firm at the same time applied for 8 other counties in central Kentucky as well. I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, so they applied to the 9 counties, and the interesting thing about their application is, as the state recognizes an ambulance service, a Class 3 is non-emergent transports only, and so they could bring folks into our county, or even if, the hospital or a nursing home asked them to come in and pick somebody up non-emergently and take them somewhere that, further than we go or something like that, we wouldn't have an issue with that. But in their application, they also filed for a Class 1 certification, which is for emergency calls. So if this passes, they could come set up shop in Scott County, and then they'd have to come to the city council, and they'd have to come before you and request to get placed on the 911 call list. They'd have to show a need, certificate of need, but that's what has these 8 of the 9 counties have planned to oppose this. So I've talked with Cam about it, and if you are agreeant that, we should oppose this, there's a hearing on October 23rd that I'll attend, and Cam can draft us an opposition letter and go to that hearing.
But the submission for these letters is required to be done by September
28th.
28, you said? Because it needs to go out tomorrow, basically?
Correct.
Ryan Pratt.
I talked to Chris earlier, and I called some people from my company. I don't know where all they're applying, so I don't know if we'll be in competition with them. So I'm just going to abstain and not. So I'm going to abstain from this conversation just to be safe.
Questions or comments?
So you're just asking for the opposition letter is basically going to ask for a denial of a certificate of need.
Correct.
Now, the question I have is there, as far as I know, there's no other ambulance service in Scott County that has a certificate of need?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we hold the sole, and the adjoining counties do as well. Fayette County, they're not going to fight one way or the other because they're tax-based district, and they already have a non-emergency transport service in Lexington. So they've said they don't, it's not really, either way, they're fine. But the other 8 counties we've all talked, and we are all having the county attorneys to file this
You
motion
sent me
to
one
oppose.
that, like, maybe the Winchester city attorney wrote.
Winchester, it's Garrett County, Jessamine County, Clark, Frankfort, so.
Other questions or comments?
I think it's interesting that they would pick our county, knowing that we have such, it's a great ambulance service we have. I don't know why they would think we'd need more, but.
They picked Woodford, Fayette, Garrett, Jessamine.
Mercer, Franklin, Clark, yeah.
If they were just applying for the non-emergency, would that be less?
No, we wouldn't have an issue with that. It's we have a good relationship with the local hospital and already with Baptist coming in, so that would, I think that would, they would only be utilized for that if we weren't available. And of course, we don't have a problem with that now. We allow them to call other services if we can't get to the transport. So,
Would the motion be to authorize you to sign the letter of opposition? Cam?
To authorize Cam to
write it.
And I'll
write it on behalf of the Scott County Fiscal Court.
Vote for it, I'll get with you tomorrow. And
Yes.
We'll make sure it
But
articulates what needs to be in there.
it'd be on behalf of the Scott County Fiscal
Motion
Court.
for the-
Motion from Rob Jones for
Second.
approval. Second from Chad Wallace.
And Rob, just to your point, I will tell you that I've talked with an EMS consultant in the state of Kentucky, and he said if he could open an ambulance service anywhere in the state, it would be Georgetown, just because of the location to Lexington and the Northern Kentucky hospitals. He said, we're just at the
Yeah, but you
epicenter
guys
of
are
that.
taking such good care of us,
Right.
nobody needs to.
I know.
So any other, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and please note, Mr. Pratt did abstain. I do have just short, couple things for new business. Just want to make note that we do have a Parks and Rec Board vacancy posted on social media, and we're sharing that through next week. And we'll share applications. If you know anybody interested, please have them fill out that application. And then I've also been contacted. I'm going to meet in a couple weeks with the individual that's interested in reactivating a cemetery board for the purpose of filing for some grants and applications to address some needs at some rural cemeteries. And at one time, Stacy did a little research for us. At one time, we had a cemetery board,
Yeah.
but it.
We have an ordinance that lays out instructions.
That's
So
right.
I just wanted to share that I'm going to be meeting with that individual, and we'll share more information as we move forward there as well. And any other new business from any court member?
I was asked to say how grateful Stamping Ground was for the check they received from the county this year. And it came at a time of need, and they're really thankful, and just wanted to let the court know that they're going to be paying attention to what they're doing. And it's they're really grateful for the money, so.
Well,
Because it was bigger than they expected, so it turned out great for them, so.
the Fiscal Court has got a long-standing support for both Stamping Ground and Sadieville, and that budget allocation helps that critical, vital part of our community, both of them. So I appreciate that information. Anything else? Any member of our audience, any other constitutional officer have anything? Mike Hennigan.
Three real quick things, because I know we all want to get out of here. But first of all, I wanted to advise the court that we completed the surveillance and access control project at our station. Southeast Banking left today about 5:30, and got all new cameras. Access control is locked down, and just happy with the total project. So thank you to the court for allowing us to do that. Kind of dovetailing into that, trying to work with the Southeast Banking folks to figure out a video camera solution for the two tornado shelters. In the last 7 days, we've had one that was found unlocked and standing open, and another one where somebody tried to steal the solar panels off of the back. They pried them off of the bracket. Luckily, it didn't damage the solar panels. We're able to put them back down. But we're realizing that we need to be able to monitor those two locations. So I'm just giving you a heads up that, I'm hoping that it's going to be an easy fix, but I don't know what we're going to need to get into. And then the third one, real quick, is we've got our bid package ready to do the third tornado shelter, ready to submit that if you guys approve to put it out for bid.
So at our next meeting, we'll share that and get approval to do that. And just a reminder, we have gotten a commitment from a private individual company to do a public-private partnership of a 50-50 split on this one. And they've offered an easement again, and feel like there's a real need still for the number and what we've seen. So we'll bring all that back at our next meeting.
Okay, fair enough.
No, thank you so much. And then I do want to say that Chief Ward is recommended rescinding the burn ban that was put in place on September 17th. So as we speak, it's probably been posted, the burn ban being rescinded, and we'll just watch things closely, but that was an effort to protect people and property and first responders. So that burn ban has been rescinded, and hopefully we'll continue to get some good rains and have a little balance here going forward. Any other?
Judge, the Rumpke Transfer Station closes Saturday, just like to throw that out there.
But it's just for Saturday.
Just for Saturday.
Just for Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And that's a critical partnership that a lot of people depend on. Very critical. So
The employee picnic's after the next meeting on the 10th.
October 10th,
Yes.
and we'll all be frying burgers and dogs. So look forward to that. With that said, then, is there a motion? Is there anything else, Michelle? All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Chad Wallace, Kelly Corner with, no, David Livingston with the second. All those in favor, please say aye. We are adjourned.